I'm gonna make one of those videos that, so I'm here. This one's for the ones who know what I'm talking about, the survivors. And this is for the ones who aren't quite there yet. Meaning, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You're not safe. You're not allowed to leave. Once upon a time, I was in British Columbia. My soul guided me there. I thought I was heading towards my destiny and my life purpose. And in one of the most magical, beautiful places in all this world, I lived both heaven on earth and hell on earth at the same time. I was surrounded by the most beautiful land. Yet I was in the one timeline of my life where I had to live certain things. The things we know, and the things we say, the things that people actually live within their relationships is so past words that our whole collective is looping intergenerational wounds that aren't able to be spoken of, are hidden. And damn, if you do have the balls to talk about it, I'm here to tell you that you're pretty fucked. You're even more isolated than when you're keeping the secrets. This being said, the only way through to liberate our own soul is to go all the way. I can see myself, and for 3 days, I've been wearing 3 layers of clothes in a little cottage, and I'm mostly in a ball. I'm going to be very blunt and open. The only time my body's not shaped in a ball is when I believe that the only way that I can survive the timeline that I'm in is when I allow my masculine to have sex. As I just fucking pretty much allow him to do what he needs to do so he calms the fuck down. There came the point where I was in a ball and he was asleep. And I just grabbed the backpack that was beside me, not even knowing what was in it. And I ran. I ran as fast as I could, because if he woke up and saw me, he could run and catch me. If he woke up and saw me where I was going, he could take the van and find me. And I ran and I ran. And anybody knows me knows I fucking hate running. I fucking hate running. And I ran. When I got to the main road, I threw myself in the ditch and bushes so that I wouldn't be walking on the side of the road, but it was the only way that I knew to get to some sort of building that was anonymous that we had never stepped foot in. And as I was in the ditch and the woods and every little secret spot I could find, I could feel, and sometimes I glimpsed, the van. And somehow I made it to a little cafe, and I went and sat in a corner in the back. I had no money. Zip. Nothing. And when the lady came to ask what I wanted, I said, I don't have anybody, and I just need a safe place to think right now. I just need to think and warm myself up. I've been walking for a long time, and I just need a safe place to think. And her eyes looked at me with empathy and compassion, and she said, okay, I understand. When you know what you need to do, come and see me. Maybe I can help. And as I sat there knowing that if I called my family and asked for help, I would then be the whipping post for their judgment, because nobody would really want to know what happened. But I knew if I called my family, no matter what, somebody would make me safe. There was just 2 of us in that cafe. 3, the lady who was working, a random man who walked in after me, and me. And at one point I looked up, and she came, and I said, I need a ride. I have to get myself to the airport. I have to be able to get into a car, get to the airport, but I don't have any money. And she said, I know that man over there. I had seen them, I could hear them talking. I knew they knew each other. I knew she was comfortable with him. So when she said, I could ask him, I know he will bring you, and I know you will be safe. And I threw all my chips in, and I said, okay. We got into his square body truck. Got into his square body truck. That's why my square body truck is so important. People always ask me, is that your dream vehicle? Sure. I don't really care. I don't have dream vehicles. But a square body truck is a safe haven. I got in the truck and I just put my seatbelt on and I sat next to the door, and I couldn't talk and I couldn't move more. I couldn't even look at him. And he said, I am a grandfather that will not hurt you. That will protect you. That will take you where you need to go. I am not here to ask questions of you. But he said, I'm just gonna talk. Tell random stories, say random things, just to make sure you feel safe. I can't remember a fucking word of what he said. Nothing. Zip. Fucking zero. But the cadence of his masculine voice and his inner integrity, that he was there to protect me. The tone of his voice and his cadence kept my body from going into utter, fucking more shock than I was already in. When I got to the airport, I called my daddy. With the time difference, it was mid-evening and he was drunk as a fucking skunk. And I scared the shit out of him. I scared him so much. It's like, at this point, Dad, I'm at the airport. I need to get back. I can't stay here. I laid down all my fucking pride. No matter what would be waiting for me later. Just asked for help. When I got to the ticket counter, I said, I don't have a cell phone. You saw me on the payphone? She's like, yes. I said, I don't even know if you're allowed to do this, but my daddy's waiting for you to call. And he's going to give you his credit card number, and he's going to get me home. She looked around, and there was nobody close. She looked around and said, I can't do that. It's against policy. I was like, okay. Well, I know you can do that, because I had a business myself, and anything is physically possible. So right now you have a choice. I can't wait till somebody else comes on shift and we're on Vancouver Island. I can't ask for people. I can't hitchhike home. I have to get off the island. I can't swim. I don't have a fucking boat, and I sure don't have enough to pay the ferrymen. And in that moment, she made a choice and said, okay. And she called my dad. My dad was so fucking wasted, he started fucking hitting on her. And she looked up at me and she's like, is this really happening? And I was like, yeah. He's pretty drunk. And he likes your voice. And she just started giggling. It's the cutest fucking thing. It's the only time I can remember myself laughing. It's like rolling my eyes, because yeah, my daddy's the ladies' man. And he's going to make you feel beautiful even if he can't see you. And as I boarded the plane a little bit later, I never looked back at the mountains. I said goodbye. I'm sharing this, and although I might look or feel, and it's definitely going to be a fucking loadful for y'all to listen to, I'm fully healed from all of that. I understand the greater perspective of everything that ever happened to me, and my forgiveness is real, unconditional, and complete. And today I share this because I don't really think I've ever said much of it all out loud at the same time, for no one ever really wants to hear, and no one's ever witnessed that story. Not in its totality, bits and pieces, but the bits and pieces were always too much. It's hard for people to witness and hold space for somebody who went through something. That's why I'm the opposite. I witness and hold space like a motherfucker. I can hold space and witness other people's pain. Because witness helps us all get through and move the fuck along. And I share this story today specifically because I woke up from certain dreams where someone was in danger but could not say in dream time. Couldn't speak in dream time. Couldn't make a move. So right now, somewhere out there, someone needs to hear this. Strangers will help you. And whether your family, or the friend, or anyone you choose to ask to get you the fuck out of Dodge, no matter what the consequences after are, get your fucking body to safety. It's time. You did not come here to stay in this pattern. Run, baby, run. Run. Trust. Trust the angels that are going to be front of you. Again, I don't know who needs this, but I do know that there are many people right now who are not safe. And I'm going to be straight up. You're all assuming that it's a feminine that needs to get the fuck away from where she is, but there's a lot of men being held in captivity right now as well. And by captivity, I mean they're taken by the balls. If you leave, you won't be able to see your children. If you leave, you lose everything you ever worked for. Well, guess what? You get to be safe too, baby